I love it, guys, when you have the reflection of the water, you have it on the wall. I don't know why, but it's always so peaceful. And starting with this artistic tone, I hope it was a nice intro. I also want to talk about something artistic in today's video, and that is something that has been very forgotten in the space, and that is NFTs. And I'm not talking specifically about Ethereum NFTs, but I'm actually going to talk about Bitcoin NFTs in this video. I'm going to give my opinion, and also I want to look at the NFT space from a perspective where there is quite a lot of opportunity right now, if you ask me. So first of all, guys, what are NFTs? NFTs are, of course, collectibles, digital collectibles that are inscribed on the blockchain. It started over on Ethereum, which became very popular in the year 2021. But actually, the most popular NFT collection on Ethereum is CryptoPunks. And CryptoPunks was launched in June 2017. So now you can see already a big gap. June 2017, CryptoPunks was launched, but in 2021, when the full-blown bull market was there, that was the moment that CryptoPunks went to crazy amounts in terms of price. They went, I think even went to 100 Ethereum per NFT. Because they became like a symbol. They became like a symbol for the Ethereum space. One of the first NFTs, 10,000 collections. And we have seen a hype later. We have seen a hype on Bitcoin as well. This was the ordinal hype. So suddenly with a Bitcoin update, it was possible to inscribe data on the Bitcoin blockchain. Which means that the NFTs could now suddenly also come on the Bitcoin blockchain. Which of course is a more immutable, more popular blockchain than Ethereum. So this trend basically jumped from Ethereum to Bitcoin, and now NFTs are basically everywhere. But in specific, guys, Bitcoin NFTs I think are very interesting because they had already the first hype in 2000. I believe it was 2023 when they had a lot of hype. A lot of beautiful collections came out like Pixel Pepper, Bitcoin Frogs, and Bitcoin Punks. Bitcoin Punks actually being a copy of CryptoPunks. Is not the same company or the same creator who basically inscribed those NFTs. So they are not linked to each other. It's just an idea copied on the Bitcoin blockchain. But if you look at the prices right now for Bitcoin NFTs, and let's take for example like Pixel Pepper, or let's take Bitcoin Frogs, they have been trading at very high prices in the past. Right now they are actually trading at very low prices, which means that the hype on Bitcoin NFTs has definitely cooled off, and most people would kind of call it dead right now. But for me personally, I think there is still huge potential in this market when we get this big blown bull market with a lot of speculations and alt seasons and so forth. Because once this hype is coming back to the crypto space, the real acceleration phase of the bull market, I believe these NFTs can do really good as well. And if not, you have to imagine, guys, Bitcoin blockchain will go into one of the biggest events in the histories of our generation. So maybe in I don't know how many years, when Bitcoin is even more adopted. We've been talking about this. There's the internet adoption and Bitcoin adoption is going at a same pace, right? Imagine images that are inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain, the earliest, as one of the OGs, the earlier inscriptions, they are going to carry value one way or another. They are going to have somewhat of a collectible value especially the bigger Bitcoin becomes, the more value these NFTs will have. So right now we are seeing, of course, the altcoin market bleeding to death. There's almost no speculation going on right there, and everyone forgot about Bitcoin NFTs. I'm actually buying Bitcoin NFTs right now when I see something that's very nice, and when I'm looking at the prices right now, I'm willing to take that risk. Because first of all, I actually like a lot of collections. In terms of art, I actually like a lot of them. Like Pixel Pepper is one of the collections that I really like. I like the Bitcoin punks as well. I do like the collection. I like Bitcoin frogs as well. They have Bitcoin frogs, for example, they have been drastically going down in price. It's actually pretty insane. But if we look and if we compare the Bitcoin NFT market with the Ethereum NFT market, then it only makes sense that we have this years in between that there is no hype, because the same thing happened with Ethereum when CryptoPunks got launched in June 2017. No one was busy with it. You could buy this NFT for peanuts for years to come. But in 2021, they were sold for over $100,000 each. They went to 100 Ethereum. I don't know the exact price in US dollars, but I do know that they went to roughly 100 Ethereum per NFT. That is really how crazy the market goes. So the market goes in waves. So what I'm going to talk about right now is how could it look in the potential future, right? And first of all, guys, just got to be honest right here, that there is no certainty. There is no certainty in the markets. Everything is a risk, especially NFTs, which are on the one hand amazing collectibles. They're going to be, could be like historical figures that are inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain. So there is a time element in there as well. With the Bitcoin adoption going on, insane value. But on the other hand, you could also say they are just pictures. Right? But you can say the same thing about a lot of art in the world too. A lot of art is just art. But for some people it's worth a lot, because they have emotional value with it. This feeling of collecting something. And I believe a lot of Bitcoin NFT collections, the ones that I mentioned, they do look nice. They do give a feeling like, oh yeah, I would like to own part of that collection. Right, but let me take a sip. What we generally see is Bitcoin first leading the space, right? Bitcoin leading the space, altcoins following a bit, and then you have this short amount of time where this crazy hype is going. It will be mentioned on the news. Celebrities are going to promote maybe NFTs or some projects which will bring in a lot of attention basically, and this will drive all the prices up. So in a certain season, I believe the prices of Bitcoin NFTs can go up to crazy values, crazy valuations. Only right now is completely dead. And this is the way for me how I like to invest, and this is how I like to do research. Because is there certainty that your NFT will go up in value? No, there's no certainty. Is it likely that it will go up in value? I personally do believe that it is likely. When I lay out the trajectory that I just have been explaining to you, with the potential bull market, but also the collectible value of being inscribed early on a Bitcoin blockchain. But that season is just not now, and I believe that is coming, and that is of course when it is presenting you with a nice risk to reward ratio, because right now it is not a hot topic. No one's talking about it. Everyone is offloading these NFTs probably because the prices are super low, right? That is, from an investment standpoint, is actually a good moment to step in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to step in, and I'm sharing that in today's video. The collections that I've shared with you in today's video, I'm a holder of all of them. So I have some from all of these collection, one or more. I like this collection, and I believe they are going to go up in value, and I intend to sell them whenever the hype is catching on. But I believe that it is a risk worth taking, because the prices of some NFTs are really low right now. And if you look at the crazy valuations of NFTs on Ethereum, which is even a smaller blockchain than Bitcoin, I think the potential to reach a similar market cap for the NFT market space in what Ethereum had in 2021, I think like Bitcoin can get a similar market cap of NFTs as well. And what we also see is that early again in 2017, the NFT space of Ethereum didn't have that much traction, didn't have that much hype, didn't have that much projects which was supporting it. So it was not easy to be onboarded into this space. But right now it is, with sites like OpenSea.com and so forth. But on Bitcoin, there has been built a lot of things as well. So there is like Ordinal's wallet, there is like a Magic Eden. Right now it's super easy to just get a Bitcoin NFT. You just need an external wallet like Magic Eden or something else, or you just go to one of these websites, deposit some Bitcoin into your external wallet, connect your wallet to the website, buy an NFT, and the NFT will be in your wallet. It's as easy with Bitcoin as it is with Ethereum, but it was not always the case like that, because it is pretty new on Bitcoin. But with Ethereum, it also had a long runway before it really took off. And I believe the similar thing will happen with Bitcoin. We had the initial phase when it came, hype. It was very big topic. Ordinals, big hype. Prices went pretty high. Now everything is cooling off. And I believe personally that there will come another hype. But guys, I'm very curious, because I don't know any people in person that are actually into Bitcoin NFTs. So I'm actually very curious about your opinion about this. Do you think that Bitcoin NFTs, that hype will come back? Do you think I could be right on my perspective? Or do you actually think that I'm completely wrong right here and I am missing the point? Guys, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm very, very curious about your opinion about this, because I haven't talked about Bitcoin NFTs for a very long time. But it's difficult for me to remain silent right now, because I've been accumulating some, and I just see that the prices are at such low valuations compared to where they used to be, that I believe there is a unique opportunity. But it is definitely a risk to enter the NFT markets, especially in times when speculation, as right now, is very low. But if the hype ever comes back, then these are times you would like to enter this market. Definitely. You want to enter in uncertain times, because when the certain times come, at least the people believe that it's certain, once those times come, you can easily offload for a way higher price than you actually initially bought it. So guys, let me know down below in the comment section what you think about it. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and wish you all a beautiful day. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.